You is smart. You is kind. You is important.
The D is silent.
What really killed COD? COD is not dead. COD is dying, but it's not dead. The main reason you're here and the topic of this video is COD Activision has lost its way. You can trace the beginning of the downfall of MW2 to games like Fortnite, Apex Legends, PUBG, or PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds as it used to be called. I know a lot of you have given up on this game. That is absolutely your right to do. Now, although Modern Warfare is getting the blame, now for killing the franchise, be honest. How many times have you heard that X version of COD is the worst COD and COD is dead? Every game experiences highs and lows. The short time, especially now after the initial launch, is the window in which a game will get its highest rating. What keeps a game rating high amongst users can vary, but usually fun, rewards, challenge, ability to play with friends and others, game mechanics, learning curve, and overall look, feel, and immersion in the new gaming environment. Games like PUBG, Apex Legends, and Fortnite became popular relatively quickly. In fact, the whole genre of battle royales took off. They were all the rage. You couldn't escape the snowball effect of PUBG and Fortnite. They were everywhere. Everyone and their uncle was playing them, watching them, buying them. Activision took notice of the rise in popularity. There was money to be made, and as a business, I don't fault them for trying to get in on some of that revenue. In fact, they've made a ton of money with Warzone and now Warzone 2.0. What Activision, in its haste to grab the teat of the cash cow that is Battle Royale, forgot to do was bolster their flagging franchise, the real cash cow that got them to where they were. They hit the perfect storm, so to speak. COD launched Warzone 1 on March 10th, 2020. The very next day, the World Health Organization declared a certain virus public enemy number one, and we all know what happened from there. People either lost their jobs, were laid off due to economics, or simply quit. With not a lot to do and nowhere to really go because of shutdowns countrywide, there was a built-in and captive audience. Activision leveraged the COD name and franchise history to get people to buy into their version of Battle Royale. The short-term gain has been tremendous. Now they're paying the price. They went all in on the genre and barely paid attention to modes like 6v6 multiplayer. There is a clear and marked decline in the popularity of Warzone 2 and by extension, Modern Warfare 2. So you can see on the Steam chart on your screen right now for Modern Warfare 2, and at the time of this recording, there were only 114,876 players. That is an abysmal number compared to the golden days of COD. There were only 119,075 players in a 24-hour period. At its peak, the game had 369,822 more players, totaling 488,897. Now, to be fair, there can be quite a few reasons as to why there is such a precipitous drop in player numbers. Modern Warfare 2 launched on October 28, 2022, and has been suffering from a myriad of bugs, poor loadout menus, hard to follow or incompetent gun challenges, lack of maps. I could go on and on and on and on and on, but you get the picture. A large number of players are complaining about the sbmm and lack of mobility like slide canceling, etc. Others are complaining that there is nothing to do in the game. This is where the rubber meets the road. Players feel this way because there is really nothing to do in this game. If you are a camo grinder or emblem grinder, or even if you are grinding out weapon mastery challenges, the only real excitement came from Infinity Ward putting 24 shipment back in the game. With that, at least you could knock out some of those challenges a lot faster. But that was old content, so the hype and excitement over shipment died down as it became far less enjoyable to play and more like a chore, something to do until you couldn't stand it any longer just to grind weapon challenges. The whole system of unlocking guns and attachments is stupid, let's be honest. If you want to use a certain scope or muzzle or silencer, You have to rank up a completely different gun to some arbitrary number to unlock them. Never mind having to rank up a gun to unlock a different gun that you need to rank up to complete a camo challenge requirement. That is the dumbest thing I've seen in this franchise. All of these things have been put in place to beef up multiplayer outside of Warzone 2. Activision and Infinity Ward put all of their eggs in the Battle Royale bucket and continue to roll the dice. Well, now they've come up snake eyes. People are increasingly bored with the Battle Royale as a whole in Call of Duty. Fortnite, Apex Legends, and even PUBG are doing quite better at it. Why? Because that's what they were made on. Call of Duty was made on multiplayer. Good maps, mostly, sound campaigns, gunplay, and kill streaks that made sense. Game chat and the ability to talk smack and stay in the same lobbies, make friends, enemies, and most of all, have fun. They had their faults too, but don't get me wrong. The manipulation simulator that we are playing today pales in comparison to what we had and what we grew up on. This isn't Call of Duty anymore. It's just a giant infomercial filled with cheating streamers, paid shills, and a system rigged to keep you in the game long enough to possibly buy something. Activision played their hand poorly because a large majority of people have left and might not come back at all. Players have finally started to vote with their time, and the numbers are showing that decline. I, for one, can't wait to see what Activision and the next studio come up with for their next COD. I'd love to see Warzone spun off onto its own separate standalone game, apart from the rest of the multiplayer, to truly do a side-by-side comparison as to what Call of Duty gamers are interested in most. It would make an interesting study, in my opinion. But anyway, that's my time, and I thank you for sharing yours with me. Leave your thoughts in the comment section, and have a great day.
All points, get ready.